Hello and welcome to Podcast AI. I'm Brenda, a senior business consultant at Match B2B, and today we're diving into a fascinating topic: how AI is revolutionizing productivity in the consulting world.
And I'm Yakov Becker, podcast AI product manager and someone who's pretty obsessed with all things AI productivity. Great to be here, Brenda.
The consulting landscape is changing rapidly, Yakov. We're seeing AI assistants take on everything from meeting notes to proposal writing. An MIT study actually found that AI assistants cut completion time on writing tasks by 40% while improving quality.
That's a massive efficiency gain. And it makes sense. Consultants spend so much time on repetitive tasks that could be automated. What areas are you seeing the biggest impact?
Meeting management is a huge one. AI tools like Sembly AI, Otter.ai, and Fireflies can record calls, transcribe everything, and then automatically extract action items, decisions, and follow-ups.
Right. So instead of frantically scribbling notes during a client call, you can actually be present and engaged.
Exactly! And after the meeting, these tools identify the key agenda points and generate concise summaries. According to Sembly, their summary feature ensures follow-ups are never missed, clearly identifying tasks, deadlines, and responsibilities.
That's huge. I've seen so many projects derail just because someone forgot to follow up on something important from a meeting.
Haven't we all? These AI meeting assistants integrate with platforms like Zoom and Microsoft Teams, and some can even auto-create to-dos in project management tools like Asana or Monday.com. That means less manual entry and fewer things falling through the cracks.
And less time spent on admin work means more billable hours, which is what every consultant wants. What about content creation? That's another time sink, right?
Absolutely. Creating proposals, reports, slide decks, marketing content, it can eat up so much time. But generative AI is changing the game here. Consultants can feed bullet points or a basic template into tools like ChatGPT or Jasper and get drafts almost instantly.
The time savings must be significant.
They are. The same MIT study I mentioned earlier found that AI reduced writing task time by about 40%. But in practice, some firms are seeing even more dramatic results. The legal consulting group DWF found that Microsoft Copilot turned a 7-day task into just 7 hours.
7 days to 7 hours? That's not just incremental improvement. That's transformational.
Right? And they also had another project where a 2-day task was reduced to just 1.5 hours. Then there's Arthur D. Little, which built an AI tool to help consultants parse complex documents and prepare client presentations, making content curation 50% faster.
So, what kinds of tools are consultants using for these content tasks?
There's a range. For proposals and RFPs, there's Chorus Docs and PandaDoc AI. For writing and editing, people are using ChatGPT, Google Bard, Jasper, Notion AI, Grammarly. For presentation design, there's Beautiful.ai, Gamma.app, Dectopus. And then there are domain-specific tools like LexisNexis Protégé for legal work or AlphaSense for financial research.
I'm seeing the same patterns with our users. In fact, surveys show that 63 to 65% of marketers and journalists are already using AI assistants in their workflows. It's becoming standard practice.
And that's probably because these tools turn repetitive writing tasks into pointing and clicking jobs. An AI-augmented consultant just needs to review and refine the output, which multiplies their effective output without extra effort.
Makes total sense. But what about all the little things that eat up a consultant's day? You know, the constant context switching between emails, research, scheduling.
Context switching is such a productivity killer, and consultants often juggle many small tasks between billable projects, which breaks concentration.
So how can AI help with that?
In several ways. AI email assistants like Gmail's Smart Compose can draft routine replies. Calendar AI tools like X.ai or Clara can negotiate meeting times. Even the personal assistants built into Microsoft Copilot or Google Workspace use AI to pull information and schedule tasks.
Any real-world examples of the impact?
Energisa, an energy firm, deployed Copilot to handle meeting summaries, document reformatting, and report compilation. They found it significantly reduced administrative work and increased mental bandwidth, letting staff avoid 6 hours of typical meeting busy work per session.
6 hours saved per meeting. That's substantial.
And DWF's finance team noted that just having Copilot on staff devices created minute-by-minute time savings for fee earners. Overall, AI frees consultants from context switch fatigue by automating tasks that are essential but not revenue-generating.
I've noticed another area where AI is making a big difference is in working across languages and knowledge bases. Any thoughts on that?
Absolutely. Global consultants often need to work across languages and vast internal documentation. Translation models like DeepL, Google Translate, or even just LLM prompts can rapidly convert proposals, marketing materials, or support tickets between English and other languages.
That must enable multilingual client outreach with little extra cost.
Exactly. For example, AI meeting transcribers like Sembly support over 40 languages, so a Zoom call mixing English and French can be summarized in either language automatically.
That's incredibly powerful. What about all that internal knowledge that firms accumulate?
That's another huge opportunity. Consulting firms sit on enormous knowledge bases, past project decks, technical reports, market studies. AI can unlock this content. In fact, over 80% of surveyed knowledge workers say they plan to use Gen AI tools in research this year.
How does that work in practice?
By indexing documents and answering queries. As with Copilot for Knowledge or proprietary AI agents, consultants can surface relevant internal insights instantly. This combats information silos and duplicate effort. For example, Copilot agents have been built to give instant access to millions of internal documents for tax and legal teams.
So you're not wasting time recreating work that someone in your firm has already done.
Precisely. Multilingual AI and document AI tools make it easier for consultants to reuse past work and communicate globally.
Shifting gears a bit, I'm curious about how senior consultants are using AI to build their personal brands. Many consultants invest a lot in thought leadership through blogs, social media, podcasts. How is AI helping there?
This is fascinating. Senior consultants often cultivate a personal brand or voice through thought leadership, and AI helps scale that effort without diluting personality.
How so?
Let's say a consultant records a podcast interview or gives a talk. They can use AI transcription tools like Descript or Otter to convert the audio into text in minutes. That transcript can then be fed to ChatGPT or Jasper to draft a blog post or article in the consultant style, ready for quick editing.
And I imagine they could also generate social media snippets or highlight quotes from that same content.
Absolutely. And importantly, consultants can tune AI tools with their own prior writings or custom instructions to maintain a consistent tone. This means a busy consultant can repurpose one interview into multiple pieces, an article, a newsletter, and LinkedIn posts, all reflecting their unique viewpoint, with the AI doing the heavy lifting.
Instead of letting ideas get buried in notes, podcast AI turns them into polished audio content instantly. It's exactly what we designed our platform for, helping consultants and businesses extend their reach without the heavy lift of traditional content creation.
That's so valuable. And speaking of impact, let's look at some case studies. Law firm DWF in the UK rolled out Microsoft 365 Copilot firm-wide in 2024. They report 7 days' work completed in 7 hours for one project and 2 days' work reduced to 1.5 hours for another.
Those are stunning efficiency gains.
Their finance team noted that Copilot turned tasks that normally take 7 days into same-day jobs. Another UK firm, British Columbia Investment Management, saw 10 to 20% productivity gains for 84% of Copilot users and cut internal report writing time by 30%.
Any examples outside of finance?
In manufacturing, Honeywell employees saved an average of 92 minutes per week using AI tools. Even in legal research, one corporate lawyer using Azure OpenAI saved 10 hours per week on routine reviews.
The numbers are consistent across industries. Substantial time savings.
Indeed. Overall, McKinsey projects $4.4 trillion in potential productivity gains from corporate AI deployments. AI is already expanding human capabilities in consulting tasks.
So what's the bottom line for consultants who are on the fence about adopting these AI tools?
The evidence is clear. AI assistants can draft documents, summarize data, translate languages, and handle follow-ups, all features that directly tackle consultants' time drains. By adopting AI tools across tasks, consulting teams in the United States and the United Kingdom are reporting significant time savings, higher quality outputs, and more capacity to focus on strategic, billable work.
It sounds like the competitive advantage is too significant to ignore. Those who adopt these tools early will likely outperform those who don't.
I think that's right, Yakov. The productivity gains are substantial, and they compound over time. As AI tools continue to evolve, the gap between AI-augmented consultants and traditional consultants will only widen.
Well, this has been an eye-opening discussion. For our listeners who want to learn more about how AI can boost their productivity, especially in content creation and distribution, feel free to reach out to us at Podcast AI.
Absolutely. And remember, these AI tools aren't replacing the consultant's expertise. They're amplifying it, letting you focus on the high-value strategic work that truly requires your unique skills and insights. I'm Brenda from Match B2B. Thanks for tuning in to Podcast AI. Until next time.
Couldn't have said it better myself. I'm Yakov Becker from Podcast AI, and we're here to help you transform your written content into engaging audio without the heavy lifting.